CV2 module. Okay, let me install that again. Environments. Yeah, yesterday I think Mansi only, I think she was asking yesterday for CV2 installation. But still, you can follow up again here. You can check what I'm doing and then simply install. So I went to Anaconda Navigator. I came to environments. Okay, please make sure that you are in base, because by default Spider opens in base until unless you change to any of these environments. Initially, it was an install section. Now make it to all section. Search for OpenCV, and just click on this OpenCV and apply. And this will be applied to your Spider, and that is all we need to do to install OpenCV. Apply. Meanwhile, I'll just try to recap our yesterday's class. So okay, I'll start from beginning. So line number 6, we are importing OpenCV2 module, which is computer vision. The abbreviates by computer vision. So it is a very open source module. You can use it for any kind of usage, any kind of manipulation things, especially on images and videos as well. We haven't checked videos. Okay, we are only sticking to images for now, because if we kind of get into videos, it will be very complex, and we need. If you have hands-on practice in Python, it will be easy to understand what I am writing on here, or maybe what I am guiding someone. The problem here is, as I think there is an imbalance between like what the sessions and practice. When I am writing the code, or when I'm actually giving some code, people are still kind of little struggling to understand the things. So maybe I feel like I would strongly recommend you to kind of stick to basics again, solve few more questions, understand each syntax, understand each data structure, how it is being used, okay, and all this stuff. Then we can like when such kind of modules come up, okay, it will be very easy to understand. So even from others as well, today I kind of see I've done the same when I said the indexing part. Okay, I
Andrew, sorry to interrupt. Actually, your voice is not audible to me. I think it is only for me, or it is everyone is facing same.
oh, okay. Let me do one thing. Let me change my headphone.
Yeah, now it's clear.
Oh, if still I'll change my headphone. It will be easy. Better. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll just kind of recap then. So I was just telling that whenever yesterday, whenever I was just giving you some syntaxes, people are struggling to kind of understand the syntax. So I would strongly recommend to stick to basics and then have a recap of the previous session when we are talking about this.
Now also can't hear. It is same problem.
Sorry.
I can't hear your voice properly.
Still. Completely okay. Let me disconnect and join back. Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let me reset my screen. Uh, okay, so just stick to basics and then understand the syntaxes which we have done in our previous class to before coming to the new session, so that it will be easy for you to understand. Because yesterday when we have discussed numpy and we have discussed image manipulation, like day before yesterday we discussed numpy and yesterday we discussed about image manipulation, and we were actually using very similar syntaxes, but people are unable to kind of think to the point of what syntax to be used. So it is just an imbalance between practice and theory. So I would recommend that you do little more practice so that you remember little syntax of some keywords. Like when I say slicing, okay, you need to kind of remember the syntax discussed in NumPy. And when we say a tuple, okay, so you need to kind of remember a syntax and so on. Okay, like keeping this apart, we'll start from here. So as I said, like we are importing OpenCV module. So the abbreviation for OpenCV is Open Computer Vision, and we have a NumPy module. We also have abbreviation in NumPy. I never had a chance to kind of. It didn't come to my mind when I was dealing with NumPy. It is numerical Python. So the abbreviation for NumPy is numerical Python. So all the it is abbreviated in such way, or maybe the name, it has been named in such way that it will be mostly dealing with numerical data. So it has been given a name called numerical Python. Okay, and starting from line number 9, we were actually reading an image which we have downloaded. Okay, then we saw like what the shape of the image, or let me try to download an image and also show this back again today. So let me take any image. Any image which yeah, this should be right. Oh, it is SVG. Yeah, SVG should also still fine. But let us take JPG. Okay. Let me take this image. WIF. I need a JPG. Let me take this particular. Yep, we got JPG. Downloads. Yeah, so we were able to read an image using like what cv2.imread syntax, nothing but image read, and we have read an image and we have seen what is the shape of the image. Let me just run this section. Okay. Yeah, you can see the image size. Okay, this is the height of the image 2736. 3648 is the width of the image. 3 channels, 3 nothing but the color channels. RGB has 3 channels. That is what we have seen. And we've also seen how to kind of manipulate 1 pixel at the top, and we have also seen how to manipulate certain number of pixels. So I don't want to kind of again show 1 pixel. Instead, let me show you like what certain number of pixels. So when I probably run this using along with cv2 dot wait key and imshow. So this cv2.imshow is very much needed because the modified image has to be popped up on a window and presented accordingly with the modification. And cv2.wait key, yesterday as I already discussed, that it is used to pause the execution until unless you press some other key. So here like what code will actually wait until we press some other key to kind of close this particular imshow window and then allow us to write the next line of code or maybe modify the current code and so on. So let me run this all together. And you can see this first 150 pixels we are able to manipulate and add a color of green. So now in today's world, whatever the techniques which you see, maybe in Adobe Premiere Pro or maybe in DaVinci 16 or any other image manipulating softwares. Okay, so what exactly happens here is you will be trying to adjust the 3 channels of this particular color to map the thing. Or maybe even today, Samsung phones, they bought some AI, or Google Pixel phones, they bought some AI. They said you can erase people from the background if you are having if you are picturing photo in front of some monument. So how it is able to kind of remove it? It will try to kind of adapt to the pixel, or it will try to kind of take the color of nearest pixel. Assume that, okay, this is a, okay, let me take an example. Okay, this is a petal. I want to add one more petal here. Okay, so what do I do? So in Adobe Premiere Pro or anything, I'll just simply cut this particular section and paste it. So in you can also think about a small paint software, okay, which are laptop content. So we'll probably cut this particular section, custom selection, and then simply paste it here. So it is what exactly you are trying to do. You are adding a layer on the image, that is a different part. But if you want to kind of remove something which is already there here, so then you are doing a pixel manipulation. Nothing but what exactly you are doing is, so whatever the color you see around this particular pixel, you will try to just drag that to this pixel, and so that you don't see the color variation, and whatever the object which was there already there will be erased out. So such kind of all what AI stuff is also able to it will be able to or you will be able to carry it out using now OpenCV especially. And I strongly doubt that I cannot I don't have a credible information whether Google or maybe Samsung is using the same technology, but I do have strong opinion that they might also use OpenCV libraries in behind. Okay, so but I'm not sure about it because I never checked what they are using for that. But this is a similar kind of thing. So whatever OpenCV is able to do, they are also using the same stuff in order to kind of bring up such kind of very useful features in camera especially. And whenever you are dealing with maybe some filters, maybe in mobile phones you are adding some filters on the images. What filters you are adding? Maybe you want to change that image to completely black and white. So what is happening when you change a color image to black and white? Each and every pixel is being added each in each and every pixel you are kind of removing the intensity of red, green, blue. Okay, so that it will become black and white. That's it. That is what you are doing. So maybe you are adding a tint, or maybe you are doing some other manipulation, or you want to add some more light. You want to increase the light intensity in the image, and so on. So all these techniques can be done using OpenCV. Okay, and what OpenCV was introduced, if I'm not wrong, in 1990s, around 1990s, to come up with a algorithm to detect faces in an image, and it kind of evolved until this level today. And even today, Open Computer Vision or OpenCV is a separate branch in machine learning to deal with images and videos. Okay, so people will even though everybody will be called as data scientist and machine learning engineer, okay, they will especially specify OpenCV or NLP, natural language processing, which is also one of the techniques to do text classification or something else. Whatever the data deal with, if you are dealing with speech data, you will use NLP, natural language processing. If you are doing image or video data, then that will come under OpenCV. And this will be two separate branches, very widely used. And most of the companies especially mention that either you have to be well versed with NLP or OpenCV to work with their companies, depending on what project you're going to work. So if you have an aspiration of becoming a machine learning engineer or maybe data scientist in future, seeing learning either OpenCV or NLP will help. Both will do much better job, but learning one thing would be more perfect. And because two things are two different ways, and you need to kind of choose what way you want to go. So you can choose that. So coming to coming to subject, we were able to kind of manipulate 150 pixels on the left corner top and add our own color. Okay, we can also do something else. What we could do is, what if I want to kind of cover the entire, or maybe what if I want to cover the this particular section only with this color? Okay, this particular section only, but with this color. What you can do? So I want the flower color to be like what added up on the left corner color. Uh, what? Yeah. So yes, you can see we have 253, 63, 109 as cell color for this thing. Okay, so what I can simply do, I'll probably say instead of 0, 255, 0, I'll take 250, 63, 108. Okay, and let me check. I am strongly feeling that I have swapped the values of red and blue. But let me check this and then come. I'll reiterate things. Let me close this first. You need not close the image, but the problem is that it will again pop up multiple windows. You might not be able to see which is your correct window and so on. So I always feel to close the current window so that I can regenerate the image. Or I can simply yeah, it will be on. Yeah. So let me just run this particular section again. Sorry. Okay, it is. I said like I was able. I swapped the values. So let it be 108 here and let it be 250 here. So yeah, BGR. So yesterday we have discussed, but I completely forgot about it. Let me completely close this and run this again. And you can see the same color has been popped up. Okay. So with different intensity, because the pixel which I took has this value. So you can see there is a slight variation, okay, in the pixels. Here it is 85 blue, here it is 87 blue, here it is 90 blue. It is basically a shaded color. So I am not taking shade of colors for those regions. Instead, I am probably only taking one single color. So little tint is different, but actually I have copied the same color from here. So this is what happens. So here, whatever the color we have, okay, will be kind of considered when you are manipulating images. Nothing like that. Actually, this is a Mac feature. You can zoom in and then you can see this data. I don't know if this is possible in Windows, but this in Mac you can see such things. Oh, okay. So usually Mac you can see such numbers, but you can try with Windows also once. Zoom in to the extreme extent and check if this is working. And I hope it should work, but let's see. No worries. Yeah. So that is one thing which we have seen, and we were able to also identify what is the color for each, like what regularly used colors. Something like what is the color, notation for black, what is the notation for white, what is the, or maybe what is the value combination for red, green, blue, aqua, and so on. We have put some colors here, and then we were able to kind of also check. What if we want to draw some lines? What if we want to manipulate things? Okay, let's see. Even I was okay. What exactly we are doing here? So we are creating a sorry, yeah. So in line number 30, we are creating a black canvas which is a 500 by 500 pixel. So when I said zeros, so it will create a completely black canvas with only zeros. So you already see here the notation for black is 0, 0, 0. And in 3 channels, nothing but 3 different dimensions, we have put zeros only. That's the reason you will have completely black colors. We can also make it np.ones to make it white color. Okay, we will also see that. Let me first create a black color and then add, okay, a line. If I'm not wrong, yes, a line. Okay, through the diagonals. Okay, and then we'll kind of see what we like how to convert this into a white canvas. So let me run this first. Oh, did I not run? Okay, let me then. Just to kind of make myself comfortable, I probably written these two lines again. And you can see I have created a black canvas and I have created I drew a line through the diagonal. Okay, so this particular section, yesterday also we took some time to understand how we were able to do. Okay, how we were able to manipulate each pixel in diagonal and add red color. So this is very important section in for loop, and we have learned for loop, but unfortunately we were unable to figure out in live when there is a real time problem statement. So please check these two lines very with very kind of interest, so that you'll understand what is happening, or maybe analyze these two lines and see what is happening again and again. Sorry, somebody unmuted themselves. Is there any doubt? Yeah. Okay. So I'll just write it again to make sure that we also see this in white canvas. So I can just simply change that np.0s to np.1s, which will convert the black canvas to white canvas, and still the red line remains the same. So let me run this back. And you can see now instead of black, we have white canvas and the line remains same. So it is simple. Like earlier we were putting all zeros. Right now we are putting all ones. Even though we put all ones, by default, the OpenCV library will understand that it is a 255 value. Okay, not one value as a in numerical. So when it has one, it will only understand it as 255 comma 255 comma 255. So by default, it will pick give us a white pixel. So this also needs to be understood here about np.1s. And coming to the next part, so we were able to also draw a line using inbuilt function called cv2.line. So and I'll also add these two statements here. So give me 1 second. Yes. So instead of we manipulating each pixel, we already have a inbuilt function to kind of draw a line, which goes by, you need to kind of create the canvas first, which is nothing but 500 by 500 by 3, all zeros, the black canvas. Then you need to tell the OpenCV where do you want the line to be started. So I said I want to start from 0, 0. I want to end at 300, 300 pixel with a color green, and then with a thickness of 10. Okay, so that is what I'm doing. So let me just simply run this particular section and see if we have that. Yeah, the same thing. Okay, so this is what the line thing does. So you can just play with thickness in the last section. You can also play with color in the last but first section. And then you can play with coordinates accordingly to draw vertical and horizontal lines. Right now I have drew a diagonal line starting from 0, 0 to 300, 300. What if you want to draw vertical lines? What if you want to create a small table, okay, to insert values? So how do you do that? So you need to kind of think by yourself and write multiple line statements, create a small table, and see if you are able to kind of achieve that or not. So this kind of practices you need to do it by yourself so that you'll be comfortable with this library. And coming to next part, we were seeing okay, so this I need, yeah. So we want to kind of create a bullseye. I did not reveal that we are creating a bullseye before, but we kind of, I have given this code to analyze what is happening. Okay, and people have come up with their own answers, and what exactly from line number 58 we are doing is we are actually taking some distance from center. Okay, or before, I'll just come starting from 54 itself. Let me run this particular 3 lines first. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me close this. Run this. Yeah, now the black canvas is created. We are not sure. We haven't run cv2.im show. That is the reason we are unable to see black canvas basically. Okay, so or else we will be able to see black canvas. So we have created and we have stored in a variable called array. And whenever I run this particular statement, okay, we will get the center of the array. Center of the array or center element of the array or center pixel of the image. You can think of anything. So right now, as we have 500 and 500, so 500 divided by 2, which I am doing it here. 500 this is the 500 height, okay, divided by 2 here, and the width 500 divided by 2 here. So that we probably get the center pixel, and we have to start drawing circles starting from center pixel. So that you can do it with a simple statement called simple statement called save.circle. You pass on the image, you pass on the center point here, okay, and then you say what is the distance from center, nothing but radius you want to choose to kind of draw the circle, and the color of the circle and the thickness of the circle. So this alone line will be sufficient. Let me also take it out to show you independently to draw a circle. Like let's just draw a circle independently, and then we'll draw a circle using for loop. Okay. Let me remove this I. Say I want to draw a circle with 25 pixels as a radius. Okay. And now let me comment this up. Let me run it again. Everything. And see, we have drew a circle starting from center with 25 pixels as radius, and as we have chosen 6 units as a thickness, and we are saying this thickness. Okay, so now what if we want to kind of create such circles in a step order? So I want to create circles starting with 25 pixels. I want a circle at 50 pixels. I want a circle at 75. I want a circle at 100, and so on. As you already know that it ranges up to 500. I don't want to go until 500. I want to go until some extent where I can draw comfortable circles. So randomly I took a range from 0 to 175, which will create 5 to 6 circles. Okay, 6 circles as to be precise, because one will be dot, because we'll draw a circle with 0 radius. So circle with 0 radius will be a dot, and then starting from that thing we'll be we'll be able to kind of create 6 different circles. So with this particular section, or let me uncomment this line, these 3 lines. Yeah. So let me now run this, and then again we'll deal with the code. Okay. And you can see we were able to draw this bullseye. Okay. Yesterday also we have seen this. You see here the same thing which I told you. The center dot with radius 0 will be the R dot. Okay. Or it is also a circle with radius 0. And then first circle is at 25 pixels. Second is 50. Third is at 75. Fourth is at 100. Okay. Fifth is at 125. Sixth is at 150. Okay. So as I have taken a range of 175. Okay. 175 will not be included. If you want one more circle or 2 more circles, you can increase this range. So to simply, I'll just put it to 250 so that we can see 2 more circles. I'll just close this up and probably run this again. And you can see I got 2 more circles. Okay, or 3 more circles depending on the range. Okay, so how I am able to do? I have created a for loop starting from 0 till range 250, and I want to give an interval step which is 25. Nothing but now my values will be okay. Yesterday also there has been a little confusion. So what I'll do, I'll just write only this thing for I in range 0, 250, 25, and else I'll print I, and let's see what values we get. And you see, these are the values we get starting from 0, ending with 225, because 250 will not be inclusive. Okay, so we get values with a step of 25 or with a difference of 25 units, because we have given a step of 25. So now these values each time in a loop will be passing as on radius. Okay, wherever this particular syntax cv2.circle accepts radius. So this is the section after giving the center point. The third argument will be our radius to the cv2.circle method. So here I'll be passing these particular numbers in a loop, so that each time the loop runs, one circle is created. And once the entire process is done, I am showing the circles. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. Any doubts here? It is a function itself here, something like line. Okay. Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, these two things. Yes. Great. Any doubts on this? Like, can you kind of analyze the whole code and see if there are any doubts? I'll kind of add only one example today. I have okay. I'll just remove the wait key. Okay, and probably run this particular code. Let's see what happens. You see what happened here. So the image generation is a continuous process. So it is not a static process like the output which we got. So we simply wrote a for loop here, which I have removed. Okay, so image process is not a static process like you write a code and you get output. So image generation is a continuous process. Okay, and now cv2.wait key will actually allow you to see the entire image continuously. So even though you okay, let me now see it is still loading, nothing but it is still waiting to show you the image. But unfortunately, as we haven't added cv2.wait key 0, it did not pause the execution. Okay, I did not finish the generation of whatever the thing you were able to do. So that key is always required, or that particular statement is always required to essentially see what exactly you are modifying or what exactly you're generating. Yeah. So I'll just kind of close this and then show the difference when I add wait key and then run it again, and probably you can see. Yeah, so now now you are able to see, and you can now click on any key here. So automatically it will try to close up itself. You can see now I clicked on some key on my keyboard, which is trying to close. And you can also probably customize this. Nothing but when you press Q only, it should exit. Okay, and on all the stuff you can actually use. But right now I'm not using to. I'm not going that depth because we are only seeing few examples to learn the usage of NumPy. Not we are not actually concentrating on CV2. That is the reason I am sticking. I am trying to stick as far as basics, so that it will be easy for everyone to understand. Yeah. So give me 1 second. Yeah. So let me just open up the code again. And this time, what I want to do is I want to kind of cover one more example to check if you can draw an abstract image directly. Abstract image, nothing but you add circles, lines in whatever the order you want, and you probably kind of see a complete frame filled with some kind of attraction in your home. So how do you do that? Okay, let's see that right now. Let me kind of comment this particular section especially. And before I kind of cover this, I wanted you to kind of again give I wanted to kind of give you some push on for loops especially. Okay, so we'll be constantly using for loops no matter what library we take. So please iterate your learnings on for loop again. It will be very helpful. So currently I want the radius, okay, for each circle we want to draw. And so I want to draw what circle set random pixels because I want to draw an abstract painting. I want to randomly create circles at random centers. Okay, so right now what I'm doing, I am trying to get a random radius points from our whole canvas. I can call it as a simple canvas. So canvas of 500 by 500 by 3, okay, is a empty canvas which we have created, and we are trying to select some random integers, okay, or random pixels, so that we can actually draw circles. That is what our ultimate thing is, and we want to also do this we want to kind of have circles at different sizes. That is the reason we are randomly taking sizes for radius, and we also want the random colors. Okay, all these things we'll see. So starting with random radius, np dot random dot randint. Okay, so I'll probably say I want until 5. Then I'll say the maximum size I want is 200, not beyond that. Okay, and then I'll say I want color equals to np dot random dot rand int. Okay, so 0 comma maximum will be 256 because the maximum you can give is 255. So I'm taking the one, but the one extra. Okay, 256 comma size, because we need to have 3 different channels. So I'll just give size 3. Okay, and we can also as we have to provide color in a list or a tuple, so I'll probably say to list. Okay, this is a statement which will convert this particular section to list. Like each section which it creates will be a list. Okay, and then I'll probably take the point from where the circle has to be started, nothing but our center point. So for each circle I want to give a different center. Okay, so for that I'll say point is equals to np dot random dot randint 0 comma high equals to 300, nothing but the highest point which I want to take a circle is 300. Okay, size is 2 points because we need to get if you want to kind of get a pixel will have a row value and a column value, right? So I want to have a size of 2. Okay, so that I'll get a value size of 2, and then right now I'll just copy the same line cv2.circle. Okay, paste it here, and right now I'll probably pass on the array, and then I want to give center, right? So for that I'll say tuple of point, because we need to give center as a tuple, right? You can see we have to pass on center as a tuple. So I am just converting the point to tuple. Okay, whatever we get from point, and then I'll probably pass on the radius. Okay, radius. Okay, and then I'll pass on the color. Okay, so I don't want to pass anything here right now. So let me pass on the color. Like thickness is not required. We want to fill the each circle with some color. That is what I want to do. Okay, and let me now let me kind of also add these 2 statements for us. And let me see what happens this for now, and then what is the issue. Positional argument. It shouldn't be an issue. Let me check. Yeah. Let me run this particular section. Color, it's correct only. np.random.randint 0 comma height equal to 256. Acha, size. Okay, size equals to, I missed equals to. That is a section. I think problem. Size equals to 3 comma. So that I want 3 different channels. So this is a syntactical issue. You can take. Let me run this again. Sorry, range. Yeah, I think we have. Yeah, you can see right now what happened. So it randomly drew circles, but actually I want to fill the circles with color. Okay, I may have missed something. So it randomly created circles. That is very nice. No, it is correct. We are closing the like what bracket here itself, and we are sorry, 3 comma is nothing but always tuple will have I am probably saying the dimension. So 3 comma 0, you can just assume it to be 3 comma 0. Here also you can assume it to be 2 comma 0. So tuple can be always, tuple cannot be never with a single element. How do I tell you? So whenever you are initializing tuple, tuple can never exist as an independent value. Uh, Unlike list can be existing as independent value, but tuple cannot take one single value inside. So we always leave out one value here, stating it that okay, there is nothing there, so please don't go there. So this is a very important thing. I don't know if how this has missed in tuple section. Tuples, okay, why tuples cannot take single input, single element. You can check this. One second, not this particular section. Yeah, this one. See here. So basically, assigning a value in Python is usually Python equal to 1 or something like that. Okay, but when it comes to a tuple assignment, you will be assigning 1 comma. Okay, and basically, like what this is always there, and there are been discussions going on to kind of change this particular behavior, but I'm not sure when it's going to be changed. But for now, tuple, if you want to assign a single element to tuple, you can always assign with 1 comma and leave it here. You cannot assign in brackets one value. If you assign in brackets one value, it will assume that it is an integer. It will not assume it to be a tuple. So for that reason, we are taking 3 comma here, 2 comma here, and so on. Okay, so I think I missed something. Okay, let me try to add -1. I want to fill the entire thing so that it will be easy for us to understand. Okay, to call white color. Why white color? We are generating colors randomly. Okay, did we do some mistake in taking random colors? Or let us run it again. Right now it is filling things, but just wanted to check why it is. Okay. Let me take a white canvas instead of black canvas. Let me take np dot ones 300 by 300. Okay, and then check it again. Oh, nothing came up. Okay, let me draw more circles. 100. Let me only take maybe 170. We should see an abstract image with a number of circles. Why we are unable to see all white colors only? Okay, let me put it to black only. The circles are being created, but only in white color. Why it is only created in white color? That is my absolute question here. Let me once check what is that color is happening. Color equals to, or simply print np dot random dot randint 0 comma high equals to 256 comma size equals to 3 comma. Okay, we are getting random values. It's good. But why we are only getting white as a color is my question. Let me run this back. It is correct only. But mostly we are getting only white colors. Okay, let me not take 256. Instead, let me take 150 only. And then run it again. I want to see different colors. Still white only. I took the black canvas itself. Uh, I'm not sure. Uh, I'll check this out. Actually, I do have one other commitment at exactly 10 o'clock. I'll kind of continue. I did not check the time. I thought I'll just stop it 10 minutes before. I'll continue this tomorrow. I'm very sorry. Uh, yeah, thank you. Sorry that I'm not addressing doubts today. I'll take it up tomorrow. I am.